Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. And in this video, I'm actually going to be going over some stuff that I actually found out about the upload speed in my area. So for those of you that don't know, I actually have T-Mobile 5G home internet. For my home internet. Me and my mom, we have T-Mobile 5G home internet. For our home internet. So we've had them, for about 3.5 years now, and, we've been pretty satisfied with them, especially for the download speed and the ping and everything. But, other than the ping and the download speed, the upload speed has been, lackluster, if you will, and you've, you guys that are not, new to the channel have probably, heard me say in my videos, oh man, I wish I could get better upload speed and all that kind of stuff. But for those of you that don't know, also, I am actually using third-party equipment. I actually have a Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway/modem, third-party gateway/modem, whatever you want to call it, and I have that hooked up to a waveform 4x4 antenna that's actually up in the attic, facing out the window toward an old truck stop that's actually right down the road from me, so that's where the tower's at. But for those of you that, are new to the channel, you guys probably didn't know, that I have, not the best upload speed in this area. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best. And those of you that, follow the channel, you guys know, that I've complained about it, in my videos, countless times. So I figured that I would make a video, actually talking about, not only the upload speed in general, but I actually found out some more information on why the upload speed is as bad as it is. And another thing that I actually want to mention in this video before I go any further, I actually am currently using a Metro by T-Mobile SIM card in the third-party gateway because it allows, different things that you can do with it. For example, it allows band locking, tower locking, network mode switching. It allows, IMEI revision, IMEI spoofing, VPN, stuff like that. Just, things that other, gateways like stock, gateways wouldn't allow, stock cellular gateways wouldn't allow, so you wouldn't be able to do, basically what I'm doing, with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway. I'm just going to get that out of the way in this video. But long story short, I have other videos talking about this on my channel. But long story short, I'm actually using a Metro by T-Mobile SIM card in my third-party gateway to be able to get, the home internet, the 5G home internet for only $20 a month. It's actually a tablet SIM card. But like I said, you're not going to be able to do that unless you have a third-party gateway, because it has to allow, IMEI revising or spoofing, whatever you want to call it. So, but that's basically that. I have more videos on my channel talking about that, but I just wanted to clear the air with that, that I'm using third-party equipment, and I'm also using, a Metro by T-Mobile, $20 a month, tablet SIM card in my, third-party gateway. So I just wanted to clear the air with that. But, I am thoroughly testing it, before I actually cancel out, the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet completely. So, I have other videos, about the speed tests and stuff like that, that I'm currently doing on the channel. So, if you guys are interested in that, definitely check them out. I actually have an app here that I actually found that I've actually been using on my journey, with the T-Mobile 5G home internet. Me and my mom have had them going on 3.5 years now. But I actually use an app called Cellmapper to actually, that's how I actually used, I actually use this app to be able to point my waveform 4x4 antenna, in the right direction, to where, it would get the best, signal, the best, speeds and all that. But I also want to actually talk to you guys about, how you can find out information on your tower, and I'm going to actually talk about how I found out why my upload speed is slow in this area. So I'm actually going to open up the Cellmapper app here. So it is actually available on Android devices. I believe that it is available on iPhones or Apple devices on the Apple App Store, but don't quote me on that. If it's not, they actually do have a website that you can actually go to. You can use it just like the app, but they have an app for Android. It hasn't been updated in a while, but they do have an app for Android. I'm not so sure if they have an iPhone app or not, or an iOS app or not, or Mac OS, whatever you use, or not, but they do have an actual website, that you can go to, basically do the same thing. But I'm going to open up the Cellmapper app here. Now, I'm not actually going to show my location or anything, that's why I already have the tower information, set up here, that's why I have the app open in the background already. But as you guys can see here, this is actually the tower that I'm actually connected to with my waveform 4x4 antenna, or my, Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway/modem here. So it goes over the bands and everything here. I'm not going to go too much into that, but it says, the bands. It tells you, the information about the tower. It tells you the approximate address of the tower. Like I said, I'm not going to, show you guys my actual address or anything, but it tells you a bunch of information in here. It says, the tower information. It tells you the tower ID, the LTE, the 5G, where the tower is located, all that kind of stuff. It says 5G ENDC available. It says yes, so that's definitely a big thing. But the main thing is that I found in here, the main, purpose of this video that I actually found, I come down here, and it actually says right here, it says max/average upload speed. UL stands for upload speed. And it says 7 Mbps/7 Mbps. So, like I've said, in my other videos, if you guys are familiar with the channel, you guys already know. But like I've said, the upload speed is terrible in this area, and it doesn't matter, what carrier you have. So I came in here and I was looking, to see if they actually had an average upload speed, or download speed, about, talking about, what this tower actually puts out. So it's actually saying here, that this tower actually maxes the average upload speed max/average upload speed. It says 7 Mbps, so basically 7 megabytes per second, for upload speed. That's what most people are averaging on this tower, which is actually complete crap. That's total, garbage in my opinion. That's absolutely terrible. So, this mostly explains why, I'm getting these terrible upload speeds, because this tower, seems to be limited to only 7 Mbps, on the upload, so the tower, in other words, either needs to be updated, or it needs to be physically upgraded, because it's not, it's basically what it's saying here is it's basically limited, to only like 7 Mbps for upload, and that's absolutely terrible. And the most upload speed that I get, the fastest upload speed that I actually average, is probably around that, like sometimes worse, like sometimes it's like 3 to 4, 7 to 10, maybe 12, sometimes, but it's mostly around that, it's mostly around, 7 to 12, I would have to say, and that's completely terrible, for an upload speed, especially on a 5G tower, that's definitely, terrible. So if I come down here, a bit further, it says average download speed for cell 2 here. It says max/average download speed, 5 Mbps, and then 5 Mbps, so that's even worse. So that's definitely not good. But it does say right here, it says 5G ENDC available, yes. And it also says that up here for this one as well, 5G ENDC available, yes. But if I come down here a little bit further, it says, let me see here, it says max slash average upload speed. Again, it says 7 Mbps slash 7 Mbps. And then if I come down here, I go to the other one here, the Cell 5. It says max app slash average download speed. It says 495 Mbps slash 495 Mbps. So that's actually about what we get for download here. Or at least with the T-Mobile 5G home internet. For my phone, it's actually terrible. I only get maybe like 100 to 200. On the download, for my phone with Metro by T-Mobile. But for the home internet, for the 5G home internet, we actually get like 500 to 600, sometimes closer to 700 on the download speed. But that's mostly because of third-party equipment that I have, to help out with that. This is basically, an average of what people get in this area, for the download and the upload. Like I said, that's absolutely terrible up here. Like I said, for the max slash average, upload speed, it's saying that this tower can only produce, or put out, 7 Mbps, or a little bit higher, and that's definitely not good, and it actually says right here, for this one, tower, it actually says, this one, tower, it's basically, the same tower, but it's a cell, like a cell, basically the cell spot, thing that it's, it's the same tower, but it's actually the cell, the cell 2, they have them marked here, the cell 1, cell 2, cell 4, cell 5, cell 7, cell 8, cell 61, I don't really know why that's called that, but, basically, it's the same tower, it's just the components, they're just, talking about the components, that are actually on the tower, itself, the cell 1, the cell 2, cell 4, cell 5, but the main ones, that are near me, that I'm actually connected to, is the ones that actually show, the upload speed and the download speed. And like I said, with the download speed, that's about what we average, around 500 to 600, sometimes 700 on the download speed. But, the main thing here, is the max slash average upload speed, that I saw here. So this is basically out of my control, in other words, this is, basically, like it's being capped, to only 7 Mbps, for the upload speed here, so that tells me, that the tower, is basically the problem. It's not anything, to do with me, per se. It's actually to do with the tower itself, that the tower, is actually only limited to putting out, a certain amount of upload speed, so that's basically what people are averaging. It says max slash average upload speed, and then it says 7 Mbps slash 7 Mbps, and like I said, I get a little bit better, with the T-Mobile 5G home internet, than I do, with my actual phone, because I'll be honest, with my phone, that's about what I get, that's about what I get only, with my phone, it's like 5 to 7, sometimes a little bit higher, maybe like 10 to 12 a little bit, if I'm lucky, but, that is absolutely terrible, in my opinion, and I just thought that I would share it with you guys, so it kind of looks like to me, from this information that I'm getting, it kind of looks like to me, and I actually shared this on Reddit as well, and people told me, they said that unfortunately, it looks like that tower is actually being capped, at like, 7 Mbps. It's being capped at that speed. So they're not actually allowing, faster speed. Either that, or somebody said on my Reddit, channel, they also said, it's either that it's being capped, or that it's an older tower, that actually hasn't been updated, physically, in years, and it's just, that it's so old, because we live in a rural area, here in South Jersey. They said that it's possible, that the tower is just so old that it can't actually, process. It's not actually capable of actually having, faster, upload speed, right now. So, people were commenting on my Reddit channel saying, unfortunately, it just looks like you're gonna have to deal with that upload speed until, T-Mobile either physically upgrades the tower, or, takes like the band, the lock off. It's not really a lock, a band lock or anything. Well, I guess it kind of is, basically, if that's what it is. Basically, it seems like they're either doing one of two things. They're actually locking the speed, to only like 7 Mbps for the upload speed, or they're actually, they actually didn't physically upgrade the tower, in order to get faster speeds, more faster speeds, than that, than 7 Mbps. So, it's either the one or two things. They're either locking the speed, or they've locked the speed, to only like 7 Mbps, or, they need to upgrade the tower in order for it to get faster speed for the upload. So, unfortunately, it looks like I'm stuck with the 7 Mbps, sometimes a little bit faster, like I said, sometimes it's like 10 to 12, or even, slower than 7 Mbps. So, unfortunately, it looks like there's not really anything I can do, when it comes to the upload speed in this area, guys. Unfortunately, that's a downer for me, but, there is hope, like people have told me on Reddit, there's hope because they are, constantly upgrading the network, they're constantly upgrading towers, and stuff, so I'm hoping, like I said, I live in a rural area, so I'm not going to hold my breath or anything, but because I've been, with T-Mobile 5G home internet, me and my mom have had them for going on 3.5 years now, and I've still been getting, the terrible upload speed. So, I think that I finally found, the culprit of it, and the culprit of it is, actually the, the network itself, or the tower itself, near me. So it's definitely a good thing that it's not my equipment. It's definitely nothing to do with my actual equipment, whether it, be the Chester Cheetah version 2, gateway/modem, or the waveform 4x4 antenna. It's either that I'm being, it's either that this area is being capped, to a certain amount of upload, or, that it's just, that the tower is so old, that it can't actually put out, more than 7, Mbps, or more than, 10 or 12, Mbps, it's not really, as bad, as some people, that I've seen. It's definitely not as bad as some people that I've seen, on Reddit. I've seen people getting like 1 to 2 on the upload, and that's definitely terrible. And that was even with a waveform, antenna like I have, like a waveform antenna, or not even an antenna. That's a lot worse than what I can get. But, it basically seems like, that the tower, like I said, it's either being capped, by T-Mobile on purpose, at, 7 Mbps, a little bit faster, but, it's either that, or it's just that the tower is outdated and hasn't been updated, in a while to actually support faster speeds for the upload, so, basically, what I basically have to do is, I basically have to wait until they actually raise the cap, until they actually make the, speeds faster, or, I have to wait until they actually physically upgrade the tower itself, in order to get better upload speeds, so that's basically all I can hope for, at this point. It's nothing to do with my equipment, at all. It's basically, it basically has to do with T-Mobile themselves and the tower itself. So there's not, really anything I can do about this, unfortunately. So yeah, that's basically the video, guys. It's unfortunate news, like I said, but I actually will leave the link down below, in the description, not only to the Cellmapper app, but I'll also leave the link down below in the description, to the Cellmapper website, the actual, official, website of the Cellmapper app. It's a really good app, to be able to find out information, but I figured that I would actually touch base on this with you guys, and let you guys know, the unfortunate, circumstance that I'm actually in right now, but I'm really glad that I actually found out, that it's not actually my equipment. I'm really glad that I found that out, and that I found out, that's basically, just the tower, or the network in my area. It's basically that, and there's not really anything I can do about that, like I said, unless they raise the, the speeds, with that, or they, they physically upgrade the tower. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do about it, but, for me and my mom, like I said, as long as we still get those speeds, like 5 to 10 on the upload, then I'm fine with that, but I would, definitely like to see an improvement, in the future, for sure, but like I said, for now, there's not really anything I can do about it, no matter what, equipment I have, there's not really anything I can do about it, until they actually, like make the speed faster, or they, physically upgrade the tower, there's not really anything that I can do about that. So, but, like I said, we're definitely going to be keeping the service, like I said, we are actually using the Metro by T-Mobile, 5G home internet, SIM card in there now, the tablet SIM card, like I said, I'm going to be doing, more thorough testing, when it comes to that, but, like I said, I figured that I would, touch base with this, and let you guys know, that it's not anything to do with my equipment that I have, it has to do with the, the actual, network itself and the actual tower, itself, that it's either being, capped at 7.0, for the upload, or, it's actually that the tower is just so old, that it can't put out, better upload speed, so it's one of those two things, it has nothing to do with the, the actual, setup that I have or anything, so that's the thing, there's not really anything I can do about that, so, but, like I said, it's unfortunate news, but like I said, for me and my mom, it's perfectly fine, but, like I said, I am hoping, for better upload speed in the future, in the next couple of years, I'm hoping that they actually physically upgrade the tower, or the network, in our area, to get better, upload speed for sure, but like I said, we could have it worse, it could definitely be worse, so, it's basically, like, we could, be, still paying Comcast or Xfinity, close to, $300, just for internet, so, I'll definitely take it, 500 to 600 on the download, and, for now, I'll take, the 5 to 10, on the upload, like I said, there's not, really anything I can do about it, until they do, either maintenance on the tower, unless they upgrade the, the network in general, or, physically upgrade the tower, there's not really anything I can do about it, but, like I said, we're definitely going to be keeping them, and I'm going to definitely be doing, further testing, on the Metro by T-Mobile SIM card that I have in my third-party gateway, the Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway / modem, whatever you want to call it, but, like I said, I have more information talking about that on my channel, about how to go about doing that and stuff, and like I said, I'm going to be, doing further testing, much, thorough testing, on that, and actually see, if we're going to be keeping that, for only $20 a month, or we're going to go back to the, the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet, for $50 a month. I'm hoping, like I said, that the, Metro by T-Mobile, SIM card that I have in there, the tablet SIM card is going to be able to work out for us, because if we can get, the 5G home internet for only $20 a month, that's definitely going to be good, not only for myself, but also for my mom, in the long run, for, going forward. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, I will leave the link down below in the description to the, the Cellmapper app, and also the Cellmapper website. Is a really outstanding app or website, to be able to find out information. Like I said, I just wanted to touch base on this, and let you guys know, that you can find out, all kinds of information with that Cellmapper app or website. So I just wanted to, talk about this, and let you guys know, that I finally found out, why the upload speed was so terrible in my area. Like I said, unfortunately, there's not really anything I can do about it, so I'm just gonna have to, deal with it until T-Mobile actually, updates the network, from their, database, from their actual, site, or I'm gonna have to wait until they physically, upgrade the tower, lift that, 7, Mbps, band, or lock, whatever they have on there, for that speed. So, I'm hoping that they do that eventually, or just physically upgrade the tower, in this area. But, like I said, I'm not going to hold my breath or anything with that, but, like I said, it could also be worse, so that's the thing, that's the way I'm thinking about it here, that it could, definitely be worse. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, just wanted to get this video out there, and if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.